this lesson, we're going to introduce the most important problem types in the field of algorithms. One of them is sorting. So what is sorting? The sorting problem is to rearrange the items of a given list in non-decreasing order or ascending order. Opposite to ascending order is descending order. Notice that we have described the ordering by saying non-decreasing instead of saying increasing. The reason is that if we have two duplicate items listed next to each other, for example 2 on this list, then it is incorrect to say that these two items are in increasing order. Why? Because they are equal and not increasing. However, it is correct to say that these items are in non-decreasing order because they are really not decreasing. That's why it is more appropriate to say non-decreasing order than to say increasing order. For sorting a list of items, there must be a relation of total ordering between the items. In mathematics, a total order or a linear order is a partial order in which any two elements are comparable. In other words, when we compare two items, we can tell which item comes before the other item. So what are the items that we can use in the sorting process? Examples of comparable items are numbers, characters, strings, and records, like school records, library records, company records, and etc. Records are like classes in Java. They have data members or data attributes. So our next question is how to compare these items in the sorting process. To compare numbers, we can use their values. To compare characters, we can use their ASCII codes. To compare strings, we can use their alphabetical ordering. And finally, to compare records, we choose an attribute as the item that guides the sorting algorithm. An example of such attribute is ID, name, GPA, salary, and etc. Why do we need sorting? We can give two reasons. First, sorting makes searching easier in dictionaries, class list, and telephone books. Second, for some algorithms, sorting is used as a pre-step to improve the performance of these algorithms. We will see some examples on such algorithms when we discuss a transform and conquer design technique. Computer scientists have discovered dozens of different sorting algorithms. On one hand, there are a few good sorting algorithms that sort an array of size n using about and log n comparisons. But on the other hand, no algorithm that sorts by comparing items can do substantially better than that. In other words, no sorting algorithm has been discovered yet that does better than n log n comparisons. The best sorting algorithms are fast, in a place that do not need extra memory, and stable. When a sorting algorithm is called stable? A sorting algorithm is called stable if it keeps the relative order of any two equal elements in its input. Let me show you an example. In this list, we have the numbers 3, 4, 7, 2, 1, 4, where 4 is repeated twice. To differentiate between the two 4s in the list, we label the first 4 by 4, 1 and the second 4 by 4, 2. Observe that in the list, the first 4 comes before the second 4. Why? Because the first 4 is at index 1 and the second 4 is at index 5. A stable sorting algorithm is an algorithm that after sorting, it keeps the relative ordering between the first 4 and the second 4. I mean, the first 4 always comes before the second 4 after sorting. Here is a sorted list generated by a sorting algorithm. This algorithm is considered a stable sorting algorithm because in the original list, the first 4 comes before the second 4, and after sorting, still the first 4 comes before the second 4. Now let us consider the same list, and suppose we get the following sorted list by a sorting algorithm. Then this algorithm is not a stable sorting algorithm because in the original list the first 4 comes before the second 4, but in the sorted list it is the opposite. The stable property can be more desirable if the sorting algorithm is applied on 2 different keys in a record. For example, suppose we have a list of students sorted alphabetically by name, which is the first key, and we want to sort it according to student GPA, which is the second key. We say that the sorting algorithm is stable if it generates a list in which students with the same GPA are still sorted alphabetically by names. Here is an example of a stable sorting algorithm. After sorting by GPA, notice that the students with the same GPAs, their names are still sorted. And here is another example of a non-stable sorting algorithm. After sorting by GPA, the last 2 students with the same GPAs, their names are not sorted. The next important problem in algorithms is the searching problem. The searching problem deals with finding a given value in a given set. And this value is called the search key. To look for a key in a set, we have 2 cases. Either the key is found in the set or it is not found. If the key is found in the set, then its position or index in this set is retained by the algorithm. There are plenty of searching algorithms to choose from. One of them is a straightforward sequential search that searches for the key sequentially from the beginning until the end of the set. This type of searching is called linear search. Another searching algorithm that is more efficient than the sequential search algorithm is called binary search. This algorithm is applicable only if the set or list is already sorted. For searching, there is no single algorithm that fits all situations best. Some algorithms work faster than others but require more memory. Some are fast but applicable only to sorted arrays, and so on. Another important problem in algorithms is a string processing problem. But before we talk about the string processing problem, we need to know what is a string. A string is a non-numerical data that consists of sequence of characters from an alphabet. Examples of strings are text strings, which comprise letters, numbers, and special characters, bit strings, which comprise zeros and ones, and gene sequences, which can be modeled by strings of characters from the 4-character alphabet A, C, G, and T. One particular problem on strings that has attracted special attention from researchers is called string matching. Basically, it is a particular problem that searches for a given word in a text. Consider the following example. Is the pattern not found in the text "nobody noticed him"? The answer is either yes or no. So string processing algorithms are important for computer science, computer language, and compiling issues. One of the oldest and most interesting areas in algorithms is the graph algorithms. A graph is a collection of points called vertices connected with line segments called edges. Graphs can be used for modeling a wide variety of real-life applications, including transportation, communication, social and economic networks, project scheduling, games, and etc. Basic graph algorithms include graph traversal algorithms, shortest path algorithms, traveling salesman problem, topological sorting, and the graph coloring problem. Graph traversal algorithm is the problem of how can one reach all the points in a graph. Shortest path algorithm is the problem of what is the best route between 2 vertices in the graph. Traveling salesman problem is the problem of finding the shortest tour through n cities that visits every city exactly once. And finally, graph coloring problem is the problem of assigning the smallest number of colors to the vertices of a graph so that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. Some graph problems are computationally very hard. The most well-known examples are a traveling salesman problem and the graph coloring problem. Combinatorial problems. These are the problems that ask explicitly or implicitly to find a combinatorial object, such as a permutation, combination, or subset that satisfy certain constraints such as minimum and maximum. Examples of combinatorial problems are the traveling salesman problem and the graph coloring problem. Generally speaking, combinatorial problems are the most difficult problems in computing from both a theoretical and a practical standpoint. No algorithm is yet developed to solve them efficiently. Some combinatorial problems can be solved by efficient algorithms, but they should be considered exceptions to the rule. The shortest path problem is an example. The other type of problems are the geometric problems. These problems deal with geometric objects such as points, lines, and polygons. Points, lines, and polygons are used to construct simple geometric shapes such as triangles, circles without compass or ruler. And this has been done by the ancient Greeks. Points, lines, and polygons are also used to develop applications for computer graphics, robotics, and tomography. Tomography is a radiologic technique for obtaining clear X-ray images. Two of the classical problems of computational geometry are the closest pair problem and the convex hull problem. The closest pair problem is to find the closest pair among endpoints in the plane. And the convex hull problem is to find the smallest convex polygon including all the points of a given set. The last type of important problems in algorithms are the numerical problems. Numerical problems are part of large special area of applications that involve mathematical objects of continuous nature, such as solving equations and system of equations, computing definite integrals, evaluating functions, and so on. The majority of these problems can be solved only approximately. Why? Because frequently the manipulated numbers are real numbers, and real numbers are represented approximately in computers. In the last 30 years or so, the computing industry has shifted its focus to business applications. These applications require algorithms for information storage, retrieval, transportation through networks, and presentation to users. According to this shift, numerical analysis has lost its dominating position in both industry and computer science programs.